Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? Well, it's another slow day in the neighborhood for me. Not really much happening. Not a lot of volatility in the stocks that I like to trade. I know the small cap world, you had FRAN. That did pretty good. There was another one. This one didn't have a low float, but it was cheaper. SRNE. You had all of these that could give you some opportunity, but that's not my wheelhouse, and I'm not going chasing. I'm doing what got me to where I am and what's continuing to help me grow and build wealth and continue to be independent. I'm going to keep doing that. We have to, if we have to take base hits, then that's what we do. We take base hits. Eventually, we're going to hit a home run. Eventually, there's going to be a double or a triple in there, make some decent money. But if we're not on the playing field, if we're not in the game, there's no way we're going to do it. So we got to make sure that we stay in the game, that we don't strike out swinging for the fences, that we're aiming for these base hits, nailing it, taking what the market gives us right now, and moving on. Now, I know the dynamic has changed in the last couple of years with automated trading, the algorithms. You don't have as many live traders doing this as much anymore. So it hurts the volatility. But there's still opportunities to be made. As long as people like us are trading, there's going to be emotion in the market, and it's going to move it, and we're going to be able to trade those moves. We just have to be in the right place at the right time. And as long as we are there taking these base hits, taking what the market gives us, we're going to be there for that big hit. And so we just have to stay consistent, be patient, be disciplined, and just execute at that high level. Now, one of the things that I wanted to share, a couple of things that are changing. Now, before I had the roadmap to success, and everybody is telling me, nobody uses roadmap anymore. What's a roadmap? Everybody uses GPS. On their phone, they have GPS in their car. Nobody uses a roadmap. So, okay, this year I'm changing the name. The same thing, I'm just changing the name, GPS to Trading Success 2020. And in that is the same guide that I follow. All I did was I reverse engineered my path, put it down, and if you follow it, if you stay disciplined and stop worrying about, I've been doing this for so long and I'm not making money. If that's what's on your mind, then you'll never make it because you're focusing on the wrong things. Some people it's going to take longer than others because you're not disciplined. You're not willing to do the things that you want to do. You always want to skirt ahead a little bit and try to jump ahead. And you get in trouble and you try to come back, it just makes things worse. But this, if you follow it step by step and you submit yourself to the process, you will learn how to become a consistent trader. You'll be consistent. Consistency breeds profitability, and then you can scale up. Now, you saw how I was able to scale up the first couple of weeks of this month. I was able to scale up. I was using more money, and all I did was bump up my position size 200 to 300 shares per trade, and you see the big difference it made. So you learn how to trade first. And I said it before and I'll say it again. If you can't make $50 a day, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to make $500 a day. You have to learn how to make money now. I've got a guy who transferred his money from SureTrader to this F1 trade. It was only $280 some dollars. He's making $50 a day and got his account back over $500. And all he's looking for is $50 a day. He's growing his account. And that's what he's averaging, $50 a day. And before you know it, he'll be at $1,500, at $2,000. But being disciplined, sticking to the plan, not trying to run too far ahead. And that's what this GPS to trading success does. Formerly the roadmap to success. It's the same thing. We just modernized it a little bit. But when you see that, I just wanted to let you know this was the exact same thing. We changed the name. And of course, at the beginning of the year, we start over and we update the classes. All right, so you guys that were in chat, I gave you the link to the new chat room that we're trying out. Everybody else, if you weren't in chat, I'm emailing the link to you. You want to go in tonight, try to get familiar with it. It is a little different. The new version that's coming out here in a couple weeks is going to allow you to put this chat in alert window wherever you want to, under the bottom, on the top. But right now, you can still pop this out. You can pop the chat window out and put it on a separate screen and minimize it or whatever. If you're using multiple screens, and use the whole screen for screen share. That's one of the big things they do. But what I really like, there's no lag in the screen share. It's high quality. So we're going to try it out for a couple days. You guys like it, we're putting it in practice. We're putting it in play December. I'm always looking for something that's going to be better. And this is going to take us out of the Stone Age. I guess I've been apprehensive moving from Novia. So I've used it for 6 years. Somebody that has dyslexia, change is not something that we welcome. So I've been kind of reluctant to change, but I think this is going to be a game changer. I'll be able to add the Benzinga news to it. So we'll get that steady stream. A lot of things I'll be able to do with this that I haven't been able to do with Novia. So look for it. I'll still be logged in the old chat room to let people know to have the new link up where you could come in. All you have to do is, you don't need a password or anything. This is just a trial for a couple days. And if you like it, then we'll get it going full speed. So all you guys look out for that. All right, so I think that's all the new stuff that I wanted to share today. Here's our trade from today. Now this morning I had to do my labs at the doctor's office, so I missed the open, but I came back. I had my watch list. Now before I left, we built our watch list. Had a group of stocks to watch. We didn't have anything on our scan this morning, but we used the Thinkorswim scan, found stocks that have volume that were gapping and moving pretty good. They may not meet the criteria, but they're in play because they have volume. They may have more, larger float or whatever, but it'll be over $150. But they were in play. And so that's where ROKU came from. I think we had PDD and Uber on there. But none of them really made huge moves. Base hits. That's what we got, base hits. And like I said, if you played it right, you made money. Now, I was a little unfortunate here on ROKU. But as I look at this, I realize all I was doing was trying to catch a tail end of a move. I was jumping in, just trying to jump in and not really waiting until this gave me a clear opportunity. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles down in a row. All right, and I still get in. We're breaking the low of this. I was a little late. I looked one way and looked back, and this thing was already dropped. And so chased it a bit. But I didn't have my order down here yet. But I did have it on when we hit this candle. And we dipped down and my order did not trigger. Now, maybe if I was doing it manual, I might have been able to catch it okay. I don't know how this thing did come down kind of fast. But it didn't hit my order that I had out. Now, admittingly, I might have been behind a lot of people because I did put it on this candle. But whatever the case was, I would have had profit on this and then stopped out at break even. But I ended up getting stopped out red because my first target didn't hit. That was the base hit I was looking for. Didn't get it. So it bounced and started to reject. So I jumped in again. Now I felt pretty good because look at all of this resistance above it. I felt really good about getting in because I was under the 100, the opening range low, the 9, the 50, the 20, VWAP. We were under all of this. So I felt pretty good about taking the trade here. And so we jumped in. Probably should have waited. This is the previous low here. I probably should have waited on this, but I didn't. I jumped in. We bounced, and we kind of bounced around for a while. Then eventually, we sold off. Hit my first target, and man, by the skin of its teeth, it hit this target. Now, one thing I did do differently was I had this order out way back on this candle. So I think I was kind of toward the front of the line when I did that. Here I wasn't. I did it on this candle and was probably a little late, and it didn't hit. But here we got hit, and we bounced, and as we were rejecting, I went ahead and added back, and didn't work out. So I ended up having to stop out here at break even, and this thing turned around. It did try to make a move up, but then it sold off again. But by then I was pretty much done. I realized at this point that I probably shouldn't have taken this trade anyway, even though I should have gotten hit here on my target. But we had 6 big red candles in a row. Typically you want to wait 6, 7 candles. You definitely want to wait for a bounce before you get in. But it is what it is. So not a very good day for me. This was a decent trade, but overall with the stop out here, it just did not turn into a really good day. So only ended up making $42 today. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. Would have been a whole lot different if I'd have been able to catch this. We'd have been over $100 again, which is fine. $100 a day, I'll take it, especially in this market. No problem with that, but didn't get it today. So we'll come in tomorrow, see what tomorrow brings, and Wednesday, but not expecting much. I don't have a high expectation, but I am going to be focused on trading what this market's going to give me. No predetermined beliefs, just trade what it gives me. So that's going to wrap it up. Don't forget, guys, if you're a member, check your email. You should be getting the link to the new chat room that I'm looking at using. We're going to spend Tuesday and Wednesday in there. And then based on the feedback and everything, I'll decide whether we're going to go with this in December. But you guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.